This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
First at 4, a look back at the first week of school in the city of St. Louis. 5 days into the new school year, some major problems still remain with transportation in the district. Thanks for being here. I'm Kay Quinn.
And I'm Brent Solomon. For weeks now, transportation has been a big concern for parents throughout the school district. And today, some families are still dealing with delays. Our Megan Kernan went to district headquarters as parents search for answers.
Megan, what did you learn?
Well, Kay and Brent, not only are there still children who don't have transportation to school, but there are also parents who still aren't getting any answers about why. So we went to the district today to ask that exact question, but we were kicked out of the building. Security inside district headquarters told us they would send somebody outside to talk about their lack of communication, and I waited more than 20 minutes before leaving. Now, since Monday, many parents have reported not being able to get a hold of anyone when calling the main transportation number. We checked back in with Shakara Green, the mom we told you about on Wednesday, whose 7-year-old son with special needs was left waiting for a ride to school that never showed. 5 days later, and her son still has not been picked up for school. Despite multiple calls to the transportation department since Monday morning, Green has not received any clear answers or solutions.
When they're going to get transportation, you know, what is going to be his transportation? When do they think they're going to have this resolved? I just don't have any words, and something has to be done. This is ridiculous. At this point, this is ridiculous.
We heard from a spokesperson for the St. Louis Mayor's office who says they are also frustrated by the district's lack of communication and have not been able to get any answers around their transportation issues. Public concerns about SLPS have forced the mayor's office to expand the scope of their yearly audit. They say not only is this concerning, it's unacceptable. Tonight at 6, what the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education is saying about these issues.
We'll be looking forward to that. Megan, thank you. The Alton Police Department now thanking the public for the outpouring of support after the shooting death of its K-9 Odin. A memorial to Odin now sits outside of the department as the flags there fly at half-staff in his honor. His handler, Officer Alan Averbeck, was also shot during a confrontation. He is recovering. This all happened near Liberty and East 6th yesterday morning. The suspect died when police returned fire. Today, police identified that suspect as Vernon Randall Jr. We're still waiting to learn what led to that shooting. Those who live and work nearby still shaken up.
It's scary. My wife was very upset about it, and I told her it's part of the way things are today, and not that it should be that way by any means, but you can't live your life scared either.
Alton police say any donations of support to their K-9 program should be made directly to the police department. Police are not involved in any GoFundMe accounts that you might see online.
This week, clergy from Missouri filed an appeal with the state Supreme Court in hopes of challenging Missouri's abortion ban. Reverend Tracy Blackman is challenging a decision by a St. Louis judge who ruled the ban does not violate church and state provisions in the state constitution. An original suit was filed in January of 2023 by 13 clergy members. The original lawsuit says the abortion ban enshrines lawmakers' personal religious beliefs into the state constitution. The team behind the Supreme Court appeal says in part, quote, the state's abortion ban is a direct attack on the separation of church and state, religious freedom, and reproductive rights. The race for the White House is now a sprint to the finish, with Vice President Kamala Harris accepting the Democratic Party nomination for president. Just about 70 days remain until voting ends Election Day. Former President Donald Trump is out on the campaign trail this weekend. NBC's Drew Wilder reports from Washington.
Vice President Kamala Harris is now officially the Democratic nominee for president, accepting the nomination as the party closed out a historic convention.
We are charting a new way forward to a future with a strong and growing middle class.
Harris's roadmap for a new way forward might have gotten a boost today as Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell announced that the time has come for an interest rate cut.
All this economic good news, and it is good news, tends to have a lagging effect. And what is positive for Democrats is that this is escalating toward the election.
Now, just over 70 days until the election, there is officially one fewer candidate. As Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announced this afternoon, he is dropping out of the race and endorsing former President Donald Trump.
I've made the heart-wrenching decision to suspend my campaign and to support President Trump.
While campaigning out west, Trump says he welcomes the endorsement.
We just had a very nice endorsement from RFK Jr., Bobby.
With the conventions now in the rearview mirror, both candidates getting momentum boosts in a race that remains extremely tight. Some experts, though, believe RFK Jr.'s announcement today will have little to no impact. Director of the University of Virginia Center for Politics, Larry Sabato, stresses that polls showed Kennedy's support below 2%, and he believes that some of that relatively small group will ultimately vote for Kamala Harris. In Washington, Drew Wilder, NBC News.
And political editor Mark Maxwell will have an expanded look back at this week's convention on a special episode of The Record. You can watch that Sunday night at 11 right here on 5 on Your Side.
Time now for your weather impact forecast, and Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell is out of the office this Friday. That's because he's in Highland, Illinois right now. He joins us live with the first look.
And Scott, temperatures rose.
Well,
pretty
hey there,
quickly.
Brent.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did today. We told you it'd be a little bit warmer, but you know, the humidity's not too bad. We're over in Highland, Illinois right now, where things are really starting to come together for Kirkenfest this weekend at St. Paul's. And joining us now, Katrina, you've got the crew out here. They've been working hard, and things get going tonight.
They do. We start at 6 o'clock tonight. We open up with our mega flea market that is 3 gymnasiums full and is full of tons of donated items for our parish activities. And then we also start with our food stands at 6. We have live music all weekend long, as well as many different food options, Bavarian skillet that you'll have to take a look at, that is sausage, peppers, onions, and a good mix that will start tomorrow morning. We also have a live auction tomorrow, in addition to a run that will have almost 700 runners in attendance, and a bike ride on Sunday morning as well. Live music all week long, and we're excited to have you here.
And a polka mass.
And a polka mass, that's right. Thank you for bringing that up.
That sounds like fun too as well. All right, weather's going to be pretty decent for you this weekend. I know we're still kind of just setting things up here, but want to give you a picture of Highland and just how pretty Highland is. This is a square. It's only about 3 blocks over where you can see what it looks like right now in downtown Highland. We're about 3 blocks away, so you could literally park right there and just walk right on over. And it's a nice evening. Yeah, we're around 90 today. We finally warmed up a little bit. We do have a few clouds rolling in, but notice back in Columbia, Missouri, temperatures are holding in the 80s there. There are some showers that are trying to push to the east, but they're running into the drier air that's been around for a while. So we're thinking it stays mostly dry. It's definitely warmer this weekend, a little more humid, but not excessively so. And there's a low rain chance. We could have a couple of sprinkles tonight off to the west of St. Louis, and then we could have a few sprinkles or some light showers going into tomorrow night and into early on Sunday, but most of us won't see that. We don't think it's happening here in Ireland. Look, Kirk Von Fest is here.
I was going to say, talk to him.
Kirk Von Fest is here.
I love that.
Yeah, he's happy.
He's
ready to go.
He's a little warm.
Does he have anything to say, Scott, or
Yes.
does he just dance?
He does not have anything to say right now.
Got it. Makes sense.
Okay, we'll check back in. All right, thank you, Scott. A city street that's seen chronic traffic violations could soon be safer. The changes happening outside Crown Candy Kitchen.
And sports betting may not go before Missouri voters in November. The lawsuit that could keep it off the ballot.